Hello, viewers, students, and professionals, both practicing civil engineers and structural engineers. I want to introduce you to an application that will add to your knowledge. This application is nothing rather than we call it Calcrete. Calcrete is an application that helps in boosting your experience, most especially field experience. I will launch the application. This is the application Calcrete. It's a computer-aided learning for concrete. Computer-aided learning for concrete, Calcrete. It is an application that introduces professionals that are lacking experience and students to see the reality from theory to practical. This application is introduced personally in use of UK, but the knowledge inside it is not only for UK students, but is a versatile internationally. So this is how we use the application. You go to next. When you go to next, here there are options. If you wish, you may select a professional level of expertise, and Calcrete will highlight the material which is either essential to or not useful to you. Click on the OK button to select a module when you are finished. Now, the format of this application, when you are going to use it, you select the field of practice. If you are a civil engineer, you select. If you are a structural engineer, you select. But if you are civil and your level is student or trainee, you select. Entirely the content of the application will change. And also if you are structural but student trainee, you select, the content of the application will change. While a civil engineer practicing qualified, the content will change. And also structural engineer practicing qualified, the content will change. Now for instance, we are picking a civil engineer and a student trainee. Now when you say OK, it will go like this. Then area of modules, it has introduction to concrete, a reality. Theoretically this is concrete, and also in field, how does it works. Now concrete as a materials, theoretically how it is, on field also how it is. Concrete site practice, how does we practice with concrete, how do we mingle with concrete on site. Then environmental relationship between a professional civil engineer with his environment, healthy and safety to civil engineer, buildability. Then RC designs 1 and 2, we have drawing details, foundation and retaining walls, pre-stressed concrete, precast concrete, concrete pavements, concrete bridges. So for instance, let us take introduction to concrete. Now if you pick introduction to concrete, you enter name. Let's say my name is Railwan Mikael. This is my name. Then you tap your enter key, you tap it again, then you say restart. This is how the application works. Now the topics, it will ask you what is concrete, what do you know about concrete, then the purpose of these modules you select. Now this is how it works. The purpose of these modules is to introduce those of you who know only a little about concrete to these versatile materials. For those of you who have not given much thought to concrete in the past, it's likely that you will be surprised at how much your everyday life depends upon this material. We hope you enjoyed this module and end up knowing a little more about concrete and what you know, what you can do with it. Now here, it has finished. The next thing to do, you will just go next like this. So here it is showing you that page 2 of 9. Now these modules begin by asking what is concrete. It's terms of what it is made and form and how it appeared before and after hardening. Then the question, where is concrete being used? It's dealt with covering buildings, bridges, unseen concrete, decorative uses, and wiki concrete. Then why it is used. Now if it's put a sign of hand, it means that there is additional information. This is described the following. The purpose of these models it will tell you the purpose. Then concrete is the most widely used construction material. It will give you an oversight of the history. Now this sign of plus you are seeing is telling you that there is more information. When you click, it will come back. Then you select where it is being used. Do you know your concrete? You are tested on a variety of possible uses. Concrete is everywhere, from house foundation to bridges, from tunnels to buildings, from roads to railways, from airports to sea defense. So it's give you an oversight. When you click, it will take you back. When you click this, it will give you another hard information. Then when you finish with this, you click again, it will give you. This is how it works. Very interesting. Then you go further. Now when you go further, it will give you the brief history of this use of concrete. How does it started? Concrete is the most widely used construction material in the world today, and its rise to this position has played a major part in the shaping of civilization from a long ago as 7,000 BC. It was known to the Romans, the Egyptians, and even to the early Neolithic civilization. Now click the button above to see examples. What is saying now? This is one. It's showing you an example of concrete, how it's being used. Yes, it will be showing you. You'll be seeing you have a versatile knowledge of concrete here, showing you examples of what concrete had been used. History. These are how it works. When you move on, it will move on. Now here we are finished. You will go to next page. This is how it works. Hey Chalia, I am fed. This is a joke up with people who can't tell cement from concrete. Yeah, you mean the people who talk about cement mixers when they mean concrete mixers? This is how it is. Concrete is the result of mixing together a specific quantity of sand, cement, stones, and water. Cement is only one of the constituents of concrete, meaning it's the mixing together of the sand, water, cement, and stone, material used to produce concrete. These are the. Then, this is an example of fresh concrete. You are seeing, it's showing you. Now, even if you don't know what is concrete now, by seeing this, you have this. Mixing this, you have this fresh concrete. Now, and this is a cross section through hardened concrete, where the cement, water, sand harden to form a dense interlocking structure between the stones. Then you move to next screen. Concrete making has moved. So this is how these applications works. So I'm introducing this application to you guys so that you can use it to update your experience. It is very interesting. Thank you once again.